The exercise of the week is single leg deadlift. As it sounds like, it is the deadlift pattern, so it's a hinge pattern, except we're only doing it on one leg. I'm going to show you how we start someone with this movement so that they can learn the movement pattern, get really good at the movement pattern, and then I'll show you the progression of how we can increase the challenge of the exercise once you feel confident doing the movement. So the way we start everybody is on what's called a reaching single leg deadlift. So what you're going to do is soft bend in one knee, because we're going to be doing this on one leg. You're going to tip through the hip, like you're karate chopping your hip, and reach with your opposite hand and leg, and then you're going to push through your foot to stand up. Soft bend in the knee, tip and reach. I'm pushing into my hip, driving my hips back, and then I'm pushing through the ground to stand up. Soft bend in the knee, tip and reach. So you'll notice I only have a soft bend in my knee. This is not a squat. This is a hinge. So I'm focusing on sitting back into my hip. If you're doing it correctly, you'll feel a big stretch on the back side of your leg and in your glute, and then you're going to push through your foot to stand up. So you would do however many prescribed reps on one side, and then you do as many prescribed reps on the other side, standing all the way up, soft bend in the knee, tip, and reach. Now, your weight distribution in your foot is important. So as you're doing the movement, what you're thinking about is keeping your entire foot connected to the ground. And for me, I find that holding my weight in my mid-foot helps me stay connected, and then you're going to push through the ground to stand up. So let's say you can do 8 on each leg. You're really stable. You're feeling good. You feel the stretch. The first way we would weight this is by holding a weight. You can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. You can even do this with a sandbag, whatever you have. Now, the movement pattern stays the same. If my left leg is going to stay down, I'm going to hold the weight in my opposite hand. Soft bend in the knee. I'm going to tip, sit into my hip, and lower the weight toward my big toe. Now, I don't care how low you take the weight. You're only going to go to where you feel that big stretch here, and you can sit into your hip. And then once again, you're going to push through your foot to stand up to complete the rep. Soft bend in the knee, lower the weight toward your big toe, push through the foot to stand up. So you would do the prescribed reps on this side. I'm going to turn around and show you what this looks like more from the side. Soft bend in the knee, tip and reach, like you're trying to put your footprint on the wall behind you, stand up. Then you would do the reps, switch it to your other hand, and you keep your other foot down on the ground. Now, at some point, you're going to be limited by how much weight you can hold in one hand. So the next progression is to hold 2 weights. Now they just trace the outsides of my leg, soft bend in the knee, tip and reach. I feel that stretch. I push through my foot to stand up. So this would be the next level up once you've exhausted how much weight you can hold in one hand. Now, if you find that balancing and doing that reaching single leg deadlift is really tough for you, you can do it assisted. So what works really well is a PVC pipe, which they're all around the gym. I'm going to have this here, and I'm still going to reach with this hand, but now I've got some connection to the ground, so it's going to help me balance a little bit. So if you're really struggling with your balance, grab something to hold on to that connects you to the ground. And then once you do that for a couple of times or a couple of weeks, eventually you'll be able to get rid of the PVC pipe. That's a single leg deadlift.